talking to someone from Netflix yesterday, actually, and he went, how much do you want to do an ad for Twix? I went, Twix? What, the chocolate bar? He went, yeah. I went, all right, call it 60 quid. He went, done.
Are you sure he wasn't just selling you a Twix?
I don't know. It did come in the post, though. It was all mushy.
Big interview. I think it was over the weekend with this, what would you call him?
Psychotherapist?
Yeah, the very person, trauma expert. And he was diagnosed during this interview with attention deficit disorder. Royal biographer Tom Bauer. I believe, Tom, you saw the interview. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Yeah, Tom, what did you think of how Harry performed in front of this this trauma expert?
Well, I think it was pretty cringe-making, actually. I mean, it was so self-indulgent, anguish, money-making, and of course his promotion that drugs helped him, even the most dangerous drugs, psychedelic drugs, was quite reckless. So I think he is dim. I think he is self-interested. And I think he's pretty dangerous by now. But in the end, it's all about money. He's doing that to boost sales of his book and boost himself. And that's pretty tragic for a member of the royal family.
Some people describing it sort of monetizing victimhood or monetizing trauma, or another person I saw describing it as milking Diana's death. But, I mean, does he ever think about the consequences of any of these things? Again, it was pointed out to me that talking about taking psychedelic drugs and his use of drugs even in royal property, if the papers are to be believed this morning, could that have implications for visa applications to become a US citizen?
Well, it could, yes, although I can't imagine the American government will ban Prince Harry. But I think what it shows is what a grubby life he is now leading, in the sense that he's only interested in promoting himself and, of course, Meghan, and getting money out of being a member of the royal family, and not being in any way responsible for what he's saying anymore, or what the damage he's causing to his family in Britain. The damage is, unfortunately, pretty great. I mean, Britain's reputation each time he appears sinks a little further. And so he is so greedy. He is so, in the end, venal, I believe, by now. It's vulgar. And if only it could stop. But I think the idea that he should come to Britain for the coronation is...
Okay, this is a blind item about Meghan Markle, and this is not my opinion, but this one's kind of interesting considering what she said about curtsying when she met the Queen during the documentary series, and now this has come out. She won't come out and directly say it. She lets her staff handle it. They get to tell the people visiting her that she prefers them to curtsy when meeting her, and also prefers that they call her by her royal title. No more using her birth name. And again, that's allegedly Meghan Markle wanting to be referred to as the Duchess of Sussex and wanting people to curtsy when she meets them. And that's just pretty interesting because they're no longer attached to the royal family, but she wants to be referred to by the royal title.
My favorite clothing store. Oh my gosh, that is an easy one. I mean, it is the store H&M. I just love the name. I mean, there's something about the name that it just kind of pops. You kind of get, whoa, just whoa. It kind of just does things. For you too, obviously.
Meghan are angry. The update was, I'm trying to get this because Omid Scobie, their personal stenographer, he purports to be a journalist. He is reporting that sources close to the couple informed him they're in shock. And at least 2 members of the royal family are appalled. He does not name who those sources are, but the Sussexes are known to be close to Princess Beatrice and Eugenie. Those are Andrew's daughters. A friend of the couple tells Omid Scobie it all feels very final and like a cruel punishment. Well, good. That's how I feel. Yeah. Good. What do you think?
Yeah, I do too. I mean, it's a lovely place. It's not really a cottage in the sense that most people who live in cottages would think of it. It's rather grander than that. I happen to love Frogmore. I love the Frogmore Mausoleum, where Queen Victoria and Prince Albert are buried in their fabulous sarcophagus. And I don't like the idea of the great Queen Empress and her consort being within range of Harry and Meghan, who have basically, they didn't burn bridges. they basically poured gas on them and set the whole town alight. Harry's book is basically in large part a daddy dearest book, to go back to the one that Joan Crawford's son wrote,
Right.
that started this whole thing. And you can't be just like you can't be a little bit pregnant, you can't be a little bit in or out of the royal family. It's a job. It's a job that's actually quite important if you think that systems of government are important. And if you think it's all about you, as opposed to, being somewhere in New Zealand and putting a medal on the Royal New Zealand whatever officer, you're wrong. And you're temperamentally unsuited for that job. The king has a responsibility to his millions and millions of subjects around the world, and that means that when you got some crazy guy opening up on you, at a certain point you have to cut the crazy guy loose.
Guys, I can't thank you enough for watching and for being here. It really means the world to me. I really appreciate it. I have lots more videos coming out, so check back lots if you want to further support the show. I do have merch available. Recollections may vary. Make it make sense. All that stuff. Also, we have Patreon, patreon.com/Real Housewives Recaps, where you can become an executive producer and get a shout out in a video very soon. Thanks so much for watching. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.